Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into this edition of the Green Room. I'm Garrett Greene, bringing you all the latest scores and information from around the various sporting leagues. And we are going around the horn today. We have some NFL talk, a little bit of MLB, some Women's World Cup soccer, but we're going to kick it all off starting in the NBA today, where it was reported that Brian Shaw, the former Lakers assistant and supposed heir to inherit the job of the Los Angeles Lakers head coach once Phil Jackson retired, has now been named an assistant to Frank Vogel for the Indiana Pacers. Now, Vogel was the coach that took over for Indiana this last season, led them to a 20-18 record in their first playoff appearance since 2006. Shaw has been the top assistant with the Los Angeles Lakers since the 2004-2005 season. Now on to another team that's more or less at the lower end of the spectrum. The Minnesota Timberwolves finally fired coach Kurt Rambis. Rambis was 32-132 as the head coach of the Timberwolves in his 2 seasons with the club, including a league worst 17-65 this last season. And now it is being reported that by NBA sources that Don Nelson, the winningest coach in NBA history, has possibly put out interest for taking the job. He is apparently intrigued by the talent that is on the Timberwolves roster. Now on to some NFL news. It's being reported that both sides in the labor dispute are about near a collective bargaining agreement. It's said that it could be implemented by around July 21st. That is the date that is being thrown out there. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees said that they think the overall proposal made by the players is fair to both sides and that it is time to get things done. Now, in more off-field news, James Harrison, in an interview with Men's Journal, said that Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, was a, quote, crook and devil, and that he hates the commissioner and will never have respect for him. Harrison also went on to call out his teammates Ben Roethlisberger and Rashard Mendenhall. About Roethlisberger, quote, "Hey, at least throw a pick on their side of the field instead of asking the D to bail you out again. Or hand the ball off and stop trying to act like Peyton Manning. You ain't that, and you know it, man. You just get paid like he does." Now, this is referring to the 2 interceptions that Roethlisberger threw in Super Bowl 45 against the Green Bay Packers that the Steelers went on to lose. One of those interceptions returned for a touchdown. Also said that Rashard Mendenhall was, quote, a fumble machine. Mendenhall has already responded on Twitter saying that he only had 2 fumbles in his roughly 325 rushing attempts last season. Now, this is just one of several controversies that Pittsburgh Steelers players have been involved with off the field this offseason. If we all remember correctly, earlier this week, Hines Ward was arrested on suspicion of driving while intoxicated, and Rashard Mendenhall was in the news again back in May whenever he had his tweets that came out regarding the death of Osama bin Laden and his opinion about that. So losing a Super Bowl appears to not be the best thing in the world for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now on to Major League Baseball. The All-Star Game was last night, and for the first time since 1995, the National League was looking to repeat and win back-to-back games. It was scoreless until the top of the 4th inning when Adrian Gonzalez, the runner-up for the Home Run Derby, hit a solo shot, the first home run hit in an All-Star Game since 2008. The National League would respond, though, as Prince Fielder hits a 3-run home run off of the Texas Rangers' C.J. Wilson to give the National League a 3-1 lead. They would not look back as they tack on 2 more runs. Brian Wilson comes in and gets the save, and the National League wins the All-Star Game 5-1. They will have home field advantage in the World Series again this coming year. And shortly after the All-Star Game, it was announced by the New York Mets that they had traded closer Francisco Rodriguez to the Milwaukee Brewers for 2 players who have yet to be named. Rodriguez this year is 2-2 with a 3.16 ERA and 23 saves in 42 2/3 innings. He also has 46 strikeouts and 15 walks. And wrapping things all up, yes, it has gone final in Women's World Cup. The United States has beaten France 3-1. They advanced to the first time. They advanced to the finals for the first time since 1999. They will play the winner of Japan-Sweden. It started off with Lauren Cheney scoring the first goal in the 9th minute, but it would be Sonia Bombaster scoring in the 55th minute, the equalizer for France. But then Abby Wambach comes through for the United States, scoring in the 79th minute, and Alex Morgan tacks on the insurance goal. 3 minutes later, in the 82nd minute, as mentioned, the United States goes on to play in the final, and they do beat France 3-1. Well, that's all that we have in the Green Room today. Thanks for tuning in. Catch it again tomorrow. Until then, I'm Garrett Greene. Have a good day.